Carter Bryant, the last name of perhaps two of our most beloved players of generations past. Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant, coming together as purely an amazing young NBA player that's already showing out in the NBA Summer League. What he can do on the defensive end, he's a high motor, high energy guy, and wow, I can't believe the Spurs got away with this. They got the number 2 pick in the NBA draft this year, choosing Dylan Harper, plus Carter Bryant at number 14. This is just out of this world. The Spurs are creating an NBA dynasty right before our eyes. But here's what should terrify the other 29 teams. They didn't just draft talent, they drafted something you can't teach. Natural defensive instincts, elite timing, the kind of basketball IQ that separates good players from game changers. Victor Wembanyama and Carter Bryant, a 7 feet 4 inches defensive alien paired with a 6 feet 8 inches wing who studies elite defenders in his free time. Both under 21, both with abilities that can't be coached, only refined. The NBA thinks it knows what's coming. They have no idea. Let me paint you a picture of what just happened in San Antonio. While everyone was focused on Dylan Harper going 2nd overall, the Spurs quietly pulled off one of the steals of the decade at pick 14. Carter Bryant wasn't supposed to be available. Multiple teams had him in their top 10. The Spurs reportedly considered trading up to get him. The fact that he fell to 14 creates the most terrifying defensive duo the NBA has seen since Tim Duncan and David Robinson. This isn't just about defense, this is about building the perfect modern NBA player archetype around a generational talent entering his prime. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd said it best. The one thing about Carter is he checks 2 boxes that are really hard to check. He's an elite talent and he has an elite character. Elite talent, elite character. In San Antonio, that's the perfect recipe for transformation. Let's talk about what makes Carter Bryant special, because most people still don't understand what the Spurs just got. At 6 feet 8 inches, 225 pounds with a near 7-foot wingspan and a 40-inch vertical, Bryant has the perfect modern NBA body. But it's not just the measurements, it's how he uses them. In college, Bryant shot 37% from 3 on significant volume, while being one of the best shot blockers in college basketball. For a wing player, his timing and instincts are absolutely ridiculous. His college numbers were modest, 6 points, 4 rebounds per game, but that's because he was playing just 19 minutes a night behind older players. Scale his production to 36 minutes, and you get 12.2 points, 7.7 rebounds, 1.9 blocks, and 1.8 steals per game. Those aren't role player numbers, those are impact player numbers. But here's what separates Bryant from other prospects: his basketball IQ. When asked about his defensive preparation, he said he studies Rudy Gobert. Most draft prospects barely talk about defense, let alone studying the best rim protector in the league. It's rare that you see somebody that big picking up full court, no matter who it is, Bryant said about Gobert. This is someone who understands what it takes to be elite on both ends of the floor. The Spurs didn't just draft a player, they drafted a student of the game who's already thinking like a veteran. Now let's talk about what Victor Wembanyama is about to become, because rookie time is over. He's ready to take over. Historically, year 3 is where the greats unlock themselves. Jordan's 3rd year, first scoring title. LeBron's 3rd year, first playoff series win. Giannis' 3rd year, first All-Star appearance. Wembanyama is already ahead of where most icons were at this point in their careers. His rookie season was historic: 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.6 blocks per game. But that was just the foundation. Before his injury last season, Wemby was averaging 24.8 points on improved efficiency, adding a reliable mid-range game and leading the league in blocks. He was well on his way to his first Defensive Player of the Year award. But here's what should keep opposing GMs up at night: he's still growing. Recent photos suggest Wembanyama has grown from his listed 7 feet 3 inches to potentially 7 feet, 6 inches, or even 7 feet 7 inches. If true, that would make him the tallest player currently in the NBA. The league has never seen a 7 foot 4 inch player who can pull up from 30 feet, Euro step through traffic, run pick and rolls as the ball handler, and anchor a defense like a traditional center. He's not just a center who can shoot, he's a basketball player who happens to be 7 feet 4 inches tall. When Wembanyama is on the court, opponents shoot 8.2% worse at the rim. Teams are literally changing their entire offensive schemes just to avoid him. The Spurs' defensive rating with Wemby, 118.4. Without him, 106.2. And now he's entering his 3rd year when the game typically slows down for elite players. The clot is gone, he's fully cleared, and he's hungrier than ever. If this is Wembanyama still learning, the rest of the league is in serious trouble. Here's where it gets absolutely terrifying. Bryant and Wembanyama together create defensive possibilities that have never existed in NBA history. Traditional NBA defense forces you to choose between size and speed, between shot blocking and lateral quickness. Bryant and Wembanyama eliminate those choices. Picture this defensive lineup: Dylan Harper, Carter Bryant, Jeremy Sohan, Victor Wembanyama. That's 4 players who can switch everything, protect the rim, and guard in space. Bryant can guard point guards on the perimeter, then rotate to block shots at the rim. Wembanyama can step out and contest threes, then recover to swat layups. Together, they can cover the entire court. In Summer League, we got a preview of what's coming. Bryant locked up Cooper Flagg, the #1 pick, holding him to 3 of 12 shooting. That's elite defensive instincts against elite offensive talent. The scary part? Bryant is still raw, operating on pure instincts and athleticism. Once the Spurs development system gets hold of him, once he learns their defensive schemes, once he adds 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, we're looking at a potential Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Most wings who can block shots can't shoot threes. Most shooters can't defend multiple positions. Bryant does both at an elite level, and he's only 19 years old. But don't sleep on the offensive potential of this duo, because that's where things get really interesting. Bryant shot 37% from 3 in college on catch-and-shoot opportunities, but the Spurs see something more. His handle is developing, his passing vision is there, and his athleticism to attack closeouts is obvious. Remember what happened to Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio? He came in as a defensive specialist who could hit corner threes. By the time he left, he was a 2-time Finals MVP. The Spurs don't just develop players, they transform them, and Bryant has all the raw materials for that transformation. His shooting mechanics are already NBA ready. His basketball IQ is off the charts. His work ethic is unquestioned. Put him in the Spurs system, playing next to Wembanyama, learning from veterans like De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes, and you're looking at a potential all-star. Even if Bryant never becomes a star, he's already the perfect complementary piece. He doesn't need the ball to impact winning. He can space the floor, defend multiple positions, and make winning plays. That's exactly what you want next to a generational talent like Wembanyama. Here's what makes this situation absolutely devastating for the rest of the NBA. The new salary cap apron rules have created a championship window that the Spurs are perfectly positioned to exploit. Under the new CBA, teams that go into the second apron face severe restrictions. They can't aggregate salaries in trades, can't use the mid-level exception, and their draft picks get frozen. Most contending teams are already bumping up against these limits. Meanwhile, the Spurs have Wembanyama making $12.1 million, Bryant making around $3 million, Dylan Harper at $10 million, and Stephon Castle at $4 million. That's 4 potential All-Stars making a combined $29 million. For context, that's less than what teams are paying aging star players. The Lakers are paying Ayton $16 million. The Warriors are paying Steph Curry $55 million. The Celtics are paying Jason Tatum $54 million. This cost-controlled advantage gives the Spurs unprecedented flexibility. They can surround their young stars with veteran talent, make trades for established players, or sign free agents without worrying about apron restrictions. They still have $15 to $20 million in cap space and can add impact players while their competitors are handcuffed by luxury tax penalties. In this new salary cap era, having 4 potential superstars on rookie deals while everyone else is paying max contracts is like bringing a machine gun to a knife fight. This sets up the most inevitable collision in NBA history. Oklahoma City Thunder versus San Antonio Spurs. The Thunder just won the NBA championship with their young core of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams. They proved the blueprint works: draft well, develop patiently, and strike when the window opens. But the Spurs are following the same blueprint with even more talent and better salary cap positioning. Both teams have cost-controlled superstars. Both have elite development systems. Both are built for sustained success. And here's what's making this even more personal. There's a quiet but loud rivalry brewing between Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. Drafted just 1 year apart, Holmgren first overall in 2022, Wemby first overall in 2023, these two go absolutely hard when they face each other. Every time they match up, It's NBA baller television. Holmgren trying to prove he belongs in the same conversation. Wembanyama showing why he's already surpassed him. The intensity is palpable. The competitiveness is off the charts. Holmgren is talented, no doubt, but Wembanyama might already be better than anyone on OKC's roster outside of SGA, and he's entering his generational third year. Bryant has higher upside than most of their young players, and San Antonio has more financial flexibility to add pieces. Both teams are just getting started, but the Spurs might have the better foundation, definitely have the better salary cap situation, and now they have the better big man in what's becoming a personal rivalry. This isn't just about team success, it's about individual pride between two generational talents who know they'll be compared for the next decade. Here's what should really scare the rest of the league. Both players are just getting started. Wembanyama is 21 years old and already the best defender in the NBA. Bryant is 19 and already showing all defensive potential. Most players don't hit their prime until 26 to 28 years old. The Spurs have the best player development system in NBA history. They turned a 15th pick, Kawhi, into a superstar, a 28th pick, Tony Parker, into a Hall of Famer, a 57th pick, Manu, into a legend. The infrastructure is already there. The coaching staff knows how to maximize talent. The culture demands excellence. These young players aren't walking into dysfunction. They're walking into the most successful organization in professional sports. The San Antonio Spurs have done it again. They found lightning in a bottle, not once, but twice in the same draft. Victor Wembanyama was already a generational talent entering his breakout third year. Adding Carter Bryant at pick 14 might be the move that turns a good young team into a dynasty. You can't teach 7 feet 4 inches with guard skills. You can't teach 6 feet 8 inches with rim protection instincts. You can't teach the basketball IQ that both players possess. What you can do is put them in the right system, surround them with the right players, and watch them change the game forever while everyone else is handcuffed by salary cap restrictions. The NBA has a Victor Wembanyama and Carter Bryant problem, and for the next decade, there might not be a solution. The future of basketball just got a lot more interesting, and it's wearing silver and black. So what do you think? Are Bryant and Wembanyama about to revolutionize NBA defense? Can anyone match this combination of size, skill, and financial flexibility? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button if you think the Spurs just broke the league, and subscribe because this is just the beginning of something special.